Tonight, several West Palm Beach city leaders, including the mayor, are answering tough questions.
This after sending letters arguing for the early release of a convicted killer. Contact 5 investigators and a joint investigation with the Palm Beach Post obtained the letters last week, months after first asking for them. Katie Legrone has the content of the letters and why some say it raises ethical questions.
Good afternoon, everyone.
It's not the usual city business, but these letters, most on city letterhead, tie the mayor and 3 West Palm Beach city commissioners to a gruesome New York murder.
I really thought that I was doing a favor for a friend.
2 decades ago, Michelle Lennon, a 23-year-old topless dancer, pleaded guilty to beating her 54-year-old husband to death. Prosecutors said Lennon and her boyfriend beat the grocery store executive with a bat, yelling, "Die, Brooke, die," as they struck him. The two admitted they put a bag over his head and tied it with a phone cord, then dumped the body in the woods. Their apparent motive, a $2 million life insurance policy. Turns out Lennon, the murderer, is the adoptive daughter of Len Fincy, the longtime West Palm Beach political power broker.
And I'm the president of City Watch.
Seen here during a West Palm Beach commission meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Fincy.
And that's where West Palm Beach mayor and 3 commissioners come in. All sent these letters to a New York parole board supporting Michelle Lennon's early release.
Do you know Michelle Lennon?
No, never met her in my life.
I was asked to do that by her father, who's a friend of mine.
A personal friend, the mayor and 2 commissioners used their public positions to support. In her city-signed letter, Mayor Jerry Moyo even offered to speak to a local probation office.
I felt like it was important for them to know that we have services here in our county that could support her as she transitioned from her incarceration.
While Commissioner Kimberly Mitchell said in her letter that Lennon already had a job waiting for her in West Palm Beach.
This is somebody who was convicted of a heinous crime. She was described as a judge, as a deadly piece of work. Is this the kind of person we want to welcome to West Palm Beach?
In retrospect, probably not.
Commissioner Keith James sent his support, but made sure not to use city letterhead to do it.
Well, it really wasn't city business. And I was being very cautious. I didn't want to be subject to any kind of ethics complainers.
Does this raise any ethical red flags to you?
So it's very blurred, which is a problem that has to be sorted out.
Robin Fiore is former chair of Palm Beach County's Commission on Ethics.
So it raises the question as to whether they're doing public business or private business, and whether they're using their public office for private purposes.
Taking personal friendships too far.
So why'd you write the letter?
Because I was doing it as a favor to a friend.
You regret it?
At this point in time, yes, I do.
Lennon's release was ultimately denied. She's up for parole again next year. One commissioner told us she cleared the letter with the city's ethics boss before sending it. And late tonight, a city spokesperson said most others did too. Here's an interesting side note. Len Fincy, Michelle Lennon's dad, is now running for city commission against his friend, Commissioner Keith James. Katie Legrone, WPTV News Channel 5.